Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Okay. Get some patty tea. Get something to eat, to nibble, Yeah, today is going to be kind of an episode where I'm going to try to be nice, but the ignorance of so many people in this world. And we had DEI. But we have so many m- ridiculous, bigoted, awful, terrible, just poorly educated people who want to stay poorly educated. They are determined to stay arrogant. They are determined to stay naive. They love only knowing about themselves because they are so selfish and just corrupt, and they love to take power. And in order to take power, that means you can make sure that you don't know anything about the other person, because just like history, if you don't know your history, that's how you repeat it. And if you don't know an individual, it's easier to hurt them. It's easier to not have compassion or empathy because you are not able to align with them, see eye to eye, see them as human, see their value. And so, yeah, today's episode, I'm just a little upset because, okay, first, first watch the video, maybe after, I don't know, I don't care, I it's like there are so many videos that I need to do about with disability. I just did one, I think it was last week, middle of last week, where I talked about two or three different disability situations where the young gentleman with autism got arrested at his job, and for something that either with miscommunication or the people need to know how to train with for people with certain disabilities, DEI. And it's like, see, and that's the thing, mm, people keep putting down DEI, and then especially even when it comes to getting a job, oh, you only got the job because of DEI. No, it's because so many people are ignorant, bigoted, awful, terrible, corrupt individuals, and so many people don't want to hire people that are different from themselves, or they don't want to hire people that they don't understand, or they prejudge or they automatically think, oh, you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're not able, you're not just, etc., etc. And it's really frustrating and annoying. It's because, and the thing is, even though I'm still pretty new with my diagnosis, I've always walked differently. So I was always judged, I was always put down, but everyone, it used to be, this is your fault. And so in my head, I kept thinking it was my fault, but now that I know it is a disability, but now I'm still going through the same judgments, or now people tell me, you don't look like you have a disability. You don't look like anything's wrong with you. What am I supposed to look like? You know? And so with this episode, yeah, I'm going to be talking, spilling tea, and I'm going to be irritated, highly irritated, because it's like when I see other people go through similar things that I have been through, and also when I see people go through things, because like the one family that owns the menstrual pad company, is like the son is in a wheelchair, and they got kicked out of a small business event at the mall because of their, and it's frustrating that I have to say, because of their son. And it's like, it's not right. He's part of the business, he's part of the family, he should be included. And it's like, it's not, he didn't choose. And see, people sometimes act like we choose to have our disability. They think we choose this. Like, no, I was born like this. I had no control. And then sometimes, people are like, you should get yourself fixed, or it's like, there should be a cure, or why don't you yell at your doctor until they make a cure for you. That's not how cures work. That's not how the science works, idiots. That's not how, if I talk to my doctor, okay, they specialize in the treatments, but they don't specialize in the science of medications and things. So I don't know, it's just like sometimes I feel like people need to mind their business because they don't understand jobs, positions, roles, and titles. And when it comes to the example in this video, This, hoo, hoo, hoo. See, yeah, because I'm about to tear some, like, because, yeah, you do not know how many, you do not know how many men, especially black men, I've had to be mean to, and I'm about to be mean to this one, okay? Because remember, yeah, this is coming from a black woman with a disability talking to a black man who is able bodied and doesn't understand. Like, and see, this is why we need DEI. This is why we need the trainings at jobs. And this is why they need to make sure they like emphasize, especially for like even stores, malls, and fitness places, and like everywhere where you have employees, make sure you emphasize on the disability rights. Because this young man, he was the way he treated him. See, it's like if I was his mother, ooh, I would be so embarrassed. I would, ooh, like he would not be invited to Thanksgiving dinner, and he better not try to come by for some pumpkin or sweet potato pie. No, no, no. Better not. And I said pumpkin because yeah, I'm working on that for my I'm working on something for my recipe book for my novel. So yeah, it's like yeah, let's just anyway. But yeah, the sweet potato pie, nah, he better not. Because how dare you? And especially like part of me wonders, see, because this is the thing that really gets me, that really, really, really gets me. When he made that phone call, did he really call? Like, I wonder what number did he really call? Because like no one's going to answer. Like with corporate, no one is going to answer. It's like that just kind of shows that with corporate or with this business that maybe they need to fix something. Maybe they need to alter, like do something. So because when you have it to a point where an employee is treating someone with a disability like that, and oh, get your money, sir. Sue and get that money. Sometimes, like especially with people with disabilities, we're like, okay, well they didn't know better, and you know what? So maybe I should just forget. Yeah, I have been nice for over 30 years with how people have treated me, degraded me, put me down, and everything because of how I walk. And I'm at a point where I'm just like, no, get that money. You can forgive, but forgive while you have that money, that cash in your pocket and in your bank account. Forgive them then. Okay? Forgive to the point where you could spoil that beautiful, adorable dog and take it to the pet store and let them get any pet or dog toy, chew toy, whatever that they want. Maybe they can even have their own little. I think I keep seeing some of these doggy mansions. Like oh, they even have indoor doggy mansions too, so you can have one built in your house. You know, after you get that money. But yeah, honey, get that money. Okay, okay. It's like, if not for you, for the dog, and if not for you, for the rights of people with disabilities. Because the way that this employee, I'm back to this black man, he had the nerve to say, like, oh, we don't have to do like the government. We're not the government. Like, oh, do you know what a law is? And see, and that's another thing. Our education system is so bad that this jerk. Yeah, in my opinion, I was like, okay, all of this is in my opinion. Everything I say is in my opinion. But he's an absolute awful, terrible, ableist, slightly bigoted. Because, yeah, it's like bigotry, it goes past race. And when it comes to disability, like, he did not care. And, like, in my opinion, he was not listening. So it's like the power of him being able bodied. Yeah, and so I'll call him an ableist on the episode, but yeah, in my mind, yeah, yeah, I've got my own opinions, and because like it just seemed like he kept trying to degrade him and put him down, and he was just judging, and it was so disgusting. And then it's and the way like the customer, he was trying to just hint to him. I would call, I would double check. Can you talk to one of your employees or one of your coworkers or whatever? And he wasn't even accepting any of that information. He wasn't accepting any of those hints. Because brother, that was a hint. Because now this man can sue and sue for like I hope millions. I do. I hope millions, because your company needs to realize that they need to do better training, and that they need to understand that, because and that's one reason why, like, I've been wanting to go to the gym. Like, once I finally get a few more things situated with my independence in life again, after finally being diagnosed in the surgery and physical therapy. Like, I'm gonna have to go through physical therapy for the rest of my life. Oh, but I've been wanting to go to work out. But oh, here's some more. Like, some of those stupid idiots that were commenting that are near the location of the Planet Fitness or whatever. They're ignorant and idiots. And yeah, some people are like, they're not idiots yet. In my mind, in my opinion, they're idiots. If you always need a dog, you might as well stay home. Excuse me? It's like, see, and that just shows more ableism. These narcissistic, awful, terrible bigots, ableist bigots, want to have the nerve to try to say, oh, well, you should just stay home. Do you know how hurtful that is? And do you know your history with people with disabilities? Do you know that back in the day, decades ago, just decades ago, they're in people's homes, if they had someone with a disability, they had something kind of like, I'm trying to think of the right word, but it's like not a like a rejection or an embarrassment room. Like, whenever they have company, they put the person with a disability in that room so no one else has to see them. And people with disabilities didn't leave the house. And it's like, do you realize we want to live too? It's like, you see a guy and he has a dog, and that dog will help make sure he doesn't have a seizure. And see, that's another thing. If he wasn't allowed to have that dog, and he worked out at this location, and he had an episode, but he didn't have his dog to warn him, and then something happened, he could sue you. And so, shouldn't you be glad that that dog is well trained and wonderful and amazing enough to help this man be able to live his life as normal as possible? But no, a lot of these people, like, oh, it was like when I saw, ooh, some of the like some of those posts just got me so irritated and just annoyed and just frustrated, because you don't know how you don't know how horrible it feels when you get told this every single day, when you're in public. And I'm at a point where sometimes I used to be an extrovert, but I've been turning into an introvert because I'm starting to slightly have some hate for people. And I don't want I used to love people. I used to love to get to know people and talk to them. But now, and I've said so many stories. Go back to my earlier episodes, honey, baby, sweeties, my royalties. It's like I have over 450 episodes. I talk about my disability life. I talk about, like, being an adjunct professor for, yeah, about 7 years, 6, 7 years, and everything. And then even teaching at the K through 8 school and some of the ableism. And then when I worked at that law office, the ableism. It's like, oh, it's like, because, oh yeah, this was like 3 or 4 years ago, I was teaching at one of the colleges, and this one, and I sometimes I say the nationality or race or whatever, because I want people to know that this happens with every demographic. Because yeah, it's like this black man, oh, he pisses me off to the point where I'm just like, I'm embarrassed that we are the same nationality, the same race. It disgusts me, because the way that he treated him, and the way, especially being a black man, it's like part of me just wonders. It's like the way that people treat our nationality. It's like you're gonna have the nerve to turn it around and treat someone with a disability that way. And the funny thing, like, since I'm a woman, since I have a disability, and since I'm black, I have to face one of the three. It's like every day, the hatred I get on a regular basis, and how I understand, I have empathy for the black man as being someone who is black, but at the same time, I understand the disability. I live the disability life, I live the black life, and I live the woman life. And so I understand the hatred that each group gets. And so when I see a black man having the nerve to put down someone with a disability, I understand he doesn't understand. But at the same time, knowing how it feels to have racism, he needs to, like, see, it's like he needs to, learn how it feels to, like, with ableism. It's like with all the isms, we need to come together, and that's one reason why I am with the LGBTQ, and I am with a lot of the other groups that are put down and shamed and judged and ridiculed, and people want to kind of set aside or whatever. That's why I have compassion, empathy, sympathy, and love for everyone. Like, well, it's harder for MAGA because all those bigots. Anyway. But it's just really the way that he treated him. And then like, I looked up some of the other posts of how people were just, it's disgusting. So many of the people are just like, you shouldn't have a dog then. Why are you out? Why are you this? And it's just like, if you don't know, it's like, that's like, it's like, I don't have a dog, but I have my walker. I need my walker to, in order for me to be more independent. I have other devices and I have to take those. But with this gentleman, his dog helps him be independent. And people with disabilities, we want to live our lives. You only have one life to live, and it's not fair that people want to limit us or tell us where we are allowed to go, even though it's like we're trying our best to be somewhat happy. Because on a regular basis, people come up to you and be like, "What happened? What's wrong with you? Oh, you don't pray hard enough. Don't you want to get married? Oh, well, you don't want to end up like this then. Oh, did you get hit by a car? Oh, did your boyfriend or husband, like, beat the crap out of you? Is that how it happened?" Yeah, I've had all of this stuff told to me. What are you doing out past 5 o'clock? You shouldn't be out now. It's like, oh, hmm, I, I'm surprised. Like, you actually finished college, and you're a, I hate the word, but the CRIPPLE word. Yeah, and then getting called the R word. Like, oh yeah, if you've been watching my episodes, you already see the screenshots where, and people they don't even know I have a disability. But then I hate seeing that word because I already get called that, even by some of my own students. Because I've even had students be like, I know she wasn't able to finish college. I don't know how she's in this classroom. Or they call me Professor R word or Professor the CRIPPLE. Yeah. They love trying to give me degrading, awful nicknames, especially when they haven't done their work or they haven't studied or they're being lazy or they refuse to do the projects and stuff like that, but they want to blame me. It's like they think because I have a disability that they can bully me. They think I'm weak because I have a disability, and that's how a lot of society thinks of us. And so to me, I see that black man who was part of me is like, I don't like saying that I hope he loses his job, but the way he treated him, it's like part of me, I don't know if he got a power trip, because it's like usually the isms is for power. And even with his body language, even with his tone, it just seemed like it was a power trip. And it was disgusting. Again, I'm embarrassed to like for him to be a black man and to treat him like that. Because part of me just wants to know, like, okay, back in the day with sit-ins and everything like that, we have ancestors that fought for our rights to be able to go into any public area. And then people with disabilities, we just like the disabled groups started getting their rights around the 90s, and they had to fight hard. And but now It's like a lot of you guys don't even know that we have Republicans trying to take disability rights away. They don't want wheelchair ramps. They don't want to put Braille in the buildings. They are doing as much as they can to take that away because they don't want to see us out in public. So that one little post by Miss Thang, yeah, Miss Thang, yeah. It's like soon you might not be able to see some of us in public. You might get your little wish, Miss Thing. Okay? It's like we just want to be free. We just want our freedom. We just want to be able to live life as just liberating as possible. But every day we have to fight. And that's the thing. Some people feel like, especially, okay, like this dude, this guy, hey, I get that money, and he understands that we still have to fight. But it's like I've dated some guys with disabilities, and they pick on me or tell me, "Oh, we already have all of our rights. We don't have anything to fight for. They're not gonna take it away." It's like, "Oh, you're dumb for like blah 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 blah," and it's just like, now I wonder how they feel now that they see. I was like, they probably don't even watch, like half of them don't even watch the news, or they don't. One of them says he doesn't care about politics because it's never going to ruin him. But we're talking about a European American male, so for the most part, no. But he forgets he has a disability. He forgets he's literally blind. He's blind with the reality of this country, and he's literally blind. So I don't know. It's just, whew, seeing some of those posts, but at the same time, it wasn't everybody. And it maybe it's by location because it was like the posts that were at the like that were near that location. Those were the people who seemed to be less accepting, less educated. But then at the same time, I want to thank all of the people who wrote those 1-star reviews. Thank you, babies. I love you so much because we need your voices. Because just like when it comes to racism, people don't listen to black women or black people. We're at the bottom of the food chain, and that's every day. But then when it comes to disability rights, people aren't going to listen to the disabled because they don't think we're capable. They don't think we're able. A lot of them don't think we're even smart enough to do anything. Like when I go to job interviews, you don't understand how sometimes they start slowing down. Like when they first meet me, they slow down how they speak to me or talk to me, or then they ask me really ignorant, arrogant, poorly educated, stupid, illegal questions. You're not gonna walk like that forever, are you? Oh, why would you want to be out in public walking like this? Oh, you're dressed so nicely, but why would you walk like that? Yeah. And the thing is, it's like you guys don't know what we go through on a daily basis, and sometimes people are so naive. They're like, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words may never hurt you. That's a lie. The words hurt. The words do hurt. I don't care what you get, like the words, like we remember. And that's one reason why so many people need to go to therapy or go to therapy because it's the words. Sometimes it's actions, but the words stay in our mind. We remember that. And sometimes that's the hardest thing to fade. And I would say like bruises fade too, but yeah, those memories, haha, yeah, trust me, I know babies, but oh, yeah, I'm just, and this is why I do the channel the way I do. I talk to you without a script. I talk to you like we're either going to brunch, and it's like, it gives me a time where I can vent and tell you my perspective because so many people don't get to hear from the disabled community or a black person or a woman, and to have like, yeah, I'm bundled with all three, and the things I hear, because especially with men and dating. It's like when some of them even tell me, "You're smart, you're sweet, oh, and you're just so bubbly," and etc. etc. They say all these beautiful compliments sometimes, but then, but you walk with a disability, and I would be embarrassed to walk around with you. I would be embarrassed to be seen with you. Why would anyone want to date with someone like you? I don't want to have to end up taking care of you. Or, oh, if I have a kid, they're going to end up walking like you. That wouldn't be appealing. I would never want a kid like you. It's like if I got you pregnant, I would probably make you having a fill in the blank, fill in the blank. And or at the church. Oh, we're going to have to lay hands on you. You're not going to want to grow up walking like that, sweetie. Oh, you're gonna get married, aren't you? Yeah, so we have to make sure you're cured with that. Oh, there must be a demon in you. Oh, you must have been an awful person. Why God would never want you to walk like this, so that means it's your fault. So it's like you don't know what some of us go through on a daily basis. You don't. It's like when this gentleman is talking to this guy, telling him he can't work out. He doesn't understand the things we already have to fight on a daily basis. And it's like this man was just trying to work out, and his dog is trained. You see, you don't know like the amount of hours and patience and everything it takes for the dog to get trained. And I'm just, oh, again, like I know a lot of the people who wrote those will never, probably never watch this video, but if any of them see this, I would be happy because I just want to thank you because we need you. It's like my heart goes out to all of those, but then those who wrote those ignorant, terrible, ableist messages, I hope one day you learn. I I hope one day you either like I once we have a non-bigot in office, I hope we are allowed to embrace DEI again because this is why we need DEI in K through 12 so that we don't have such ignorant, terrible, poorly educated people who don't know, like especially when it comes to the law. If when something is a law, especially when it comes to disabilities. It's like a dog that is for helping someone with a disability is supposed to be allowed in every building to accompany that person to make sure they are safe and stuff. And that it's like some are emotional health dogs, and some are for certain types of other physical disabilities. But and it's not your job, and it's like I'm glad he better not have Asperger's disability, because I get tired of people asking me, "What's your disability? What's wrong with you?" And then I'm like, "None of your business. Please leave me alone." Oh no, no, but aren't you supposed to tell me? It's like, isn't that so like that's supposed to show like you support it? I can go home and learn more about it. And I was like, oh, so what happened? Are you vaccinated? Yeah, when I flipped that on them, oh, because that's how I can tell they're MAGA too. Because mostly only MAGA ask me, what's your disability, or what are you diagnosed with, or what's wrong with you, or what do you need praying over, and stuff like that. Usually that's MAGA. They're the ones usually who are so poorly educated, stupid, naive, ignorant, and just unempathetic and just pathetic. But I'm just at a point like, we need a better America. We need a better country. We need people to understand each other. And if they don't understand each other, be willing to learn. But that gentleman, he embarrasses me. I'm glad I'm not his mama. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handicapable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too. And thank you for the gentleman who showed us the reality of the disability community. We thank you.